profile picture up. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
My school bus. Oh, it didn't show. I'm going to have to fix it because it has a satellite on top of it.
I like it.
Yes, I'll have to fix it.
Well, now what's that?
I'm back.
Oh, yay.
Well, welcome back. We have just Terry at the moment, and you and me.
Okay, yeah, we've got a lot of people chatting, trying to find you.
No, I don't.
Because the
I don't.
invitation didn't go right away onto my Google Plus page, and so I couldn't find your invitation.
Oh, there's Cash and there's Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Howdy, howdy. So now, you guys are going to cut your video feeds off so we're not jumping back and forth, correct? That's what we wanted to do, right?
Yes.
Then the agenda for this evening is, unless we're going to wait for anybody else, but the agenda is really to work on the on-demand stuff. Cash, you're on that, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I'm doing a training myself here on the 31st, so I have a bunch of stuff that I'm planning on doing. I'm curious to see if you are as well. Can you start out by outlining what your plan is?
Yeah. Well. Before I outline the plan for sure, I need to know, Tina, do we have money in the budget for Faith to be able to stay in Los Lunas on what was it, Thursday night?
I think she said she was going to come down Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's in the Hangout.
Oh, that's right. It sure is.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I responded to Faith privately and said that yes, she could stay.
Okay. So David is available to meet Wednesday night. I don't know that I need to meet with him Wednesday night. If anybody does, we can set that up. My plan is, I'm thinking we set up Thursday and record David's typical Plato demonstration. Just kind of what he's been doing at the regional trainings. And then I believe he had a few, he wanted to set up a few audience member questions and have those answered. I don't know if any of us have any questions we would want to put in there as kind of loaded questions. And so I was hoping we could get that done on Thursday and then use Friday to focus on editing and starting to cut this up and create the Google Classroom. Let's see, is Monse in the meeting? I don't see her. She's not. So I was thinking Faith and Terry on Thursday to do the recording with David, and then Terry and myself on Friday to do the actual editing. I don't know if anybody else is available or wants to be a part of this. Jamie, were you available on Thursday or Friday?
I'm actually available on Friday.
On Friday.
I teach on Thursday, so I'll be available. What times were you planning on doing it on Friday?
On Friday, I was wanting to get out there pretty early. I was hoping to get out there by about 9.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so we could just carpool together then. Terry,
Yeah.
do you want to carpool on Friday as well?
Yes, I can do all day, anytime Friday.
Okay, so I'm thinking Friday because we have access to some really good, powerful computers down there at Valencia, and we can see how much of this thing we can get built as far as the outline. What do we want to cut off? What do we want to put where? It looks like, as far as editing, Adobe Premiere and Adobe Audition are going to be the programs of choice for this. I'm not terribly familiar with those. I've done a couple of tutorials, and so anybody that wants to be part of the editing process, you might pull up some of the tutorials on Adobe Premiere and Adobe Audition. And I believe we will have staff down there at UNM Valencia to assist us with that. that are more familiar with the program as well.
Okay, I wrote that down so I can check it out beforehand.
See, there was one thing that David sent me that he didn't go through in the regional training that
So
I
Friday,
attended.
as we're putting things together, we're out the general plan.
Oh, Cash, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh well, that's pretty well the gist of it. That's what I had planned to get this training set up. My kind of sketch as far as how to order things is to use David's flowchart from the as a basis for how to order all this, and then just kind of add to it from there and move things around as we see fit. I really like Tina's idea as far as don't necessarily show the presenter, maybe more model the Google training videos and have the visuals focusing on the software and what you're working on there. And just have the audio there as well. Probably really short videos, maybe like 5 minutes or less. Do a little bit of practice, do a mastery test, then move on, new video, new practice, new mastery test, some kind of format like that. So does anyone have thoughts on that?
The only thing that I would hope that you would include would be a little bit more information about AccuSess, specifically the chart that shows the, when you get a score when you complete an AccuSess from 200 to 1280, and then there's actually a grade level that associates with that. So you can look at that score and then align it with the TABE score more or less, just to double check, make sure your student's working on the right level, although that should be a no-brainer that should happen. But it helped me a lot to understand what the scores mean, what grade level that's equivalent to in the AccuSess. If you go that route, letting the student go ahead and you know how AccuSess works.
Sure.
Some of my teachers like to use it, and we've given it to independent study students that come in, and we were unsure of the levels, but now I think it's a good idea to share that with everybody so it's clear.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I think that is something very important to include. Absolutely.
Cash, I think it's a good idea to kind of go over the outline too. There's nothing on it really yet, and I can help with the outline. I see it's blank.
That would be great.
So I would assume we have to do this early. So I'm actually planning on having Thursday afternoon off, and possibly Wednesday I can get it out by 4.
Great.
And I can go to Valencia or wherever I need to go.
Okay, and it probably would be Valencia for most of this, just because of the equipment that we'll have is so much better there.
So we are
I think
in Valencia.
Yeah, at Valencia.
Okay.
Awesome. We're gonna. I drove down there Friday and checked it out.
I think I shared with you all about the NMEA board meeting a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that Frances attended. She talked quite a bit about using Plato for ESL, specifically, but English, the Spanish GED or the ESL students getting onto Plato and studying in English. So I've gone through and in preparation for my training on the 31st, and I found 6 or 7 Plato courses that offer something that I think an intermediate or intermediate advanced or advanced ESL student could use. Francis's point was that our students should be moving into GED and then into the workforce with English skills, English language skills, etc. So, are you guys planning on doing some exploring for ESL or for Spanish GED students to use Plato in your on-demand training?
Too, because Actually, CNM, their program, when they kind of are done with ESL, they kind of suggest that they go into GED. So they're going into the same type of thing that the TABE levels and that. So they'd be learning from, not necessarily Spanish GED, but regular English and reading and writing. So I'm sure there's stuff on there, even if it's in the basic literacy, that can be used that ESL students can use.
Yeah, I think that's a good question to ask David, or ask him to.
Hello.
You know.
Hello, Monty.
Hey, Monse.
Hi, Monty.
Just talk about ESL. So they would fit very well into the ABE beginning literacy.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I think it's important at least to mention it.
Right.
Agreed.
The on-demand.
Agreed.
Extensions. And somebody could probably add, specific things or specialize it a little, each teacher, if they wanted to, by adding supplemental material to it. Or even just modifying assessment.
How many people will be there that will represent, like the students or the attendees or whatever like that?
Good question.
At the training?
Yeah.
I was planning to keep that pretty short and sweet. As far as people to represent that, I was going to try to either get people from over in Tina's office briefly, or just use the master teachers to ask the questions.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't think you have to have a whole bunch of people there. I assume that it's going to be a camera shot of the person asking the question. So all you need is 3 or 4 people, I would think, to make it look good. I guess you don't have to have a shot necessarily of a classroom full of people watching.
Yeah, and I don't intend to show a lot in terms of people just standing at the board talking. Thinking more in terms of how Google does it, showing more of the program itself on the screen. Not necessarily anybody. So I wasn't too concerned about the actual appearance of the classroom, just because I don't plan to use much of those visuals.
Oh, okay.
I plan to pull out the audio more, so we can have on the screen more showing what it's like in the actual program itself.
Cool.
The only concern about that being what it'll have to be updated and kept current as the program updates, I'm sure.
Oh, right.
But then they can at least be making the connections as far as, okay, this is what this looks like, this is where I click on, and really trying to make those kind of connections firm while we have the audio explanations.
Are you working on some sort of paper, PowerPoint? Because people have asked me about, is there a manual for this program? Is there something like that? A user's manual? And I don't think there is really one, but
David sent us a ton of stuff about 6 months ago when we did the original training. There's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're very good.
Printable things that are pretty short, like if they wanted to do custom resource, and he had sent it, it's like 4 pages long, quick references for test packs, things like that.
Okay.
And Donna, if you don't have those, shoot me an email and I can get those to you.
Now that you say that, I do recall seeing something of that, and I think we got a couple of things, but I don't know where. I will do that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and they're actually one of the things that I'm looking at as we build the on-demand training is kind of how are those formatted and what's the necessary information in there. Because again, I think they're really thorough. I don't necessarily want to reinvent the wheel in these places where some of it's already created. You can kind of use those as guidelines.
I had copied some test packs or some quick reference cards that he sent as far as test packs with prescriptions, learner assessment, and the Plato curriculum structure. So they're pretty short and to the point.
That's good to know.
I think they were part of that package. Are we allowed to use his Road to GED Ready and Beyond as far as the flow chart thing he made?
I believe so.
I bet he would love it if you used that.
Yeah, I don't think he had anything against the sharing.
I always make sure to ask because I know he created it.
Well, let's see. I saw over here that Tina was wanting to go over the document that she shared there, in terms of planning. So let's see. So creating the outline for the videos. That's the one piece that nobody was assigned to. And Terry, didn't you say you volunteered for that?
Yeah, if we could get a basic idea. Are we going to go and do the beginning, intermediate, advanced, or are we going to do it and break it down according to program entries?
The most recent running idea I had was kind of break it down into little, like, 5-minute, very short video clips.
Okay.
Not necessarily the beginning, medium, and advanced. Kind of following the flow of David's outline, the other things we discussed. Really just make sure that everything's covered at some point in there. I just think it needs to be very, very thorough.
So just what it takes to get going. Kind of set up classes, log in.
Right. By the time somebody's done with this, they need to be ready to run, with minimal support needed.
I took some pretty detailed notes the very first time that David was with us, so I am going to run and get those.
Okay.
And maybe we could follow some. You were doing it in a day, so that was pretty good strategy. So I can take stuff from his. So we're limited to short videos that are about what in length? 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes. Isn't that what we discussed the other day, Tina?
Yes. Yeah, with David? Okay. I'm stepping out for a second.
Faith, I said you're not sure what I'm imagining. Let's see. Dawn, you said you're having a difficult time hearing me. Faith, I'm going to get on YouTube and see if I can find an example of kind of a video format that I'm wanting to follow.
Hello?
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I was looking on YouTube. Faith, if maybe this can kind of help you to see what I'm visualizing a little bit better. This is a video of social media in plain English. And you'll see in the video you have a lot of visuals as far as what you do with social media, but you don't actually see anybody talking. And so I was envisioning something kind of like this for our trainings, where you're looking at David's PowerPoint, but you're not actually looking at David speaking. So you're just viewing, if we're doing including his PowerPoint, you're just viewing the PowerPoint itself on your screen. We might have some kind of animations to highlight things on there, but not actually seeing David talk. That was my concept. And you know, the thing too is we'll have both the audio and the visual. So I mean, if we change our mind and want to include more visuals of David actually speaking, that's fine too. It's certainly all open.
But you're thinking more along the lines of a voiceover, right? Where you're seeing the screen and listening to him do the instruction. Yeah.
Perfect.
I like videos like that. When I choose what to show my students, tutorial videos and such, that's what I look for, is the voiceover.
Yeah. Yeah. And Faith, I think as far as Thursday, let's let David facilitate his train just like he would, and exactly like Tina said, we'll just edit it and make it what we want. But let him still do the train just as he normally would, because I think he does an excellent training. I think I've sat through 3 or 4 of his trains now, and I think they're a great place to start. He's very thorough. And so I was thinking on Thursday do just the recording of his regular training, and then Friday start on the editing process.
I think that's a good plan.
All right, great, Faith. So are we on the same page?
I like that, Faith.
And then Monse, were you going to be coming to Los Lunas for any of this?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry that I missed half of the meeting.
Okay.
But
What
yeah, I don't know. What time did you say that we're gonna get together? According to your email, you said around noon Thursday, and Friday, I don't remember the time.
Well, noon on Thursday is when Terry's available.
Oh.
When are you available?
Both days. I mean,
Both
I can
days?
do it. Yeah.
Okay. So, and Faith, I was about to actually ask when to start on Thursday. So I think Thursday I won't be available. So Thursday it's going to be you, Faith. It's going to be Monse. Then Terry's available at noon, and David is available all day. So I guess the question is, Faith and Monse, what time do you want to start on Thursday? And then we will ask David to be there at that time.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter. We can start anytime. I asked for those 2 days at work, so I'm pretty free. Are we going to do 2 days? That is my big question. What do you think about it?
Well, so Friday the plan was to start at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And these both are going to be at Valencia Thursday and Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll have access to the equipment. So Friday we'll start at 9, and then Monse and Faith, if the two of you just want to pick a time, then I can let David know.
Okay, let me talk to Faith before and see what time we could do it.
Okay.
Because
Great.
I don't know, I'm very confused about what we're gonna do exactly. If we need to be all together, or if it will work to be like different days too, or be two. What do you think?
I don't think we do have to be all together. So based on the availability, what I'm hoping, if you and Faith are comfortable with it, is just set David up to do his normal presentation on Thursday and film it.
Okay.
And make sure that's recording. And the UNM Valencia staff, there's a young man down there named Drew. He's very nice. He'll be there to support, and the cameras are there, and the microphones are there, and so the equipment's there. And just have that recording, and then that'll be the recording that we're going to chop up to create what we're doing.
So what is the time frame for Friday then? Because I know that time needs to be submitted, and I have no idea of what to submit. So Friday, 9 to...
How about if we plan on 9 to 4 on Friday?
9 to 4?
Yeah. Is that fine for you, Jamie?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, let's plan on 9 to 4 Friday.
Sounds good. Where did you guys want to meet to carpool?
Do you live by any of the C&M campuses, Jamie?
Actually, my son's babysitter is right off of Bridge and Goff, which is not far from the main campus.
That's perfect. Why don't we all just meet at Main? Is that fine with you, Terry?
That's perfect.
We'll just leave 2 of the cars there.
Sure.
Great.
Sure. I have a C&M parking permit anyway.
Great.
Will we be leaving earlier to get there by 9, or are we...
Yeah, I think let's plan on meeting at about 8. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Could we do 8:15 just because it's hard for me to drop off my son like before 8?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's all flexible. Is 8:15 early enough? I mean late enough?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, so we'll meet at
8:15 would be
8:15. Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, so Thursday, hopefully get all the recording done. And then, while I can't physically be down there Thursday, I can be available by cell phone and email and all that.
Okay.
My class ends on Thursday at 10:30, so I think it only takes an hour to get down there. So
Great.
I can be down there.
Great. And
Where do I?
I'm actually giving exams all day Thursday, so I can email and be on Google Hangouts. I just can't talk on the phone.
Okay. So will we be meeting in a different room or where we usually meet on Thursday and Friday?
It's actually across the hall from where we normally meet.
So do you have a room number or anything?
Tina, do you have a room number for the recording room?
I don't have the room number. I think it's 141 or something. But come in and see me first, and I'll walk you down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. I imagine it'll be locked. All the stuff in there.
Good.
Well, so Terry, you said you can be down in Los Lunas about noon?
I can be down. Yeah, my class ends at 10:30. It takes about an hour.
Okay.
So by noon.
Okay, so I just saw what Faith typed. So it sounds like Thursday at noon would be ideal. So Faith, Montse, Terry, do you want
Yes.
to plan on Thursday at noon?
How long do you think we'll be doing Thursday till? Because David will be here and. What time
Well, that's
does it
the
close?
that's the question. Is how long do you want to go?
Well, what time security start coming?
Uh, yeah, I'm trying to talk to Faith too about it. I don't know. It would be great to just know so we can drive together and have a plan. So I'm gonna try to talk to her and call her after the meeting so we can talk, and then I will send you an email. Will that work? Cash?
Yeah, that works.
So
That works.
then we can talk and set a time. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just wanting to touch base with David. So would it be possible to set a time by tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna call her after the meeting.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, and then I'll just let David know, and so then we can do the recording Thursday, and I don't know, we may have to do more recording on Friday. We'll see how much can be done on Thursday.
Okay.
If I remember right, I think David's presentation is 4 hours long in general, once you subtract the break and all that. So it very well could get done on Thursday. I think any pieces he doesn't cover, then we can record on Friday. Just have us as the presenters. Or, for example, if there's a piece of David's that doesn't record well, then we might re-record it with us as the presenters. All right, what else have we got?
I missed half of the meeting pretty much. I was trying to connect my phone, but I can use Google Hangout in my phone. It always, I don't know, brings me so much problems. It's hard to connect. I don't know. What is your experience about it? Can you use your phone for these meetings?
I haven't tried my phone, but my tablet did not work well at all.
Oh, really? Yeah, my phone is like, I tried, I couldn't find the link, and then I have to connect, and my computer was so slow, so I'm so sorry about it.
Oh, I had the same. I was running late too. It's difficult to find the link sometimes. And you know what, Tina, if at some point you could run through with us how to even get into the meetings, I think a lot of us are struggling with that.
Boy, I can hear you a lot better now, Cash.
Huh.
And
That's
Monse also.
Yeah, my phone didn't work at all, and I hear everybody like, rah, 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 you know, like, going on. Well, thanks, Don, for the corrections. They're awesome. I don't know if you read my email.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure going through the report. I'll tell you that.
Well, but I am so glad. Honestly, I thought it would be worse. My grammar was pretty good. You have a few comments that are yeah, I'm doing so much better. Honestly, that is what I thought. Thank you so much. Really, I really appreciate it. And it's gonna be awesome after this.
Monty, I know I told you in the email, but that report was incredible. That is so professional.
Thank you so much. Thanks. I work a lot hard, and my grammar is always something that I look through, and sometimes I read it so many times that I was really tired after all, so it's good that somebody else, check it. So now I'm ready to do the corrections, and that's it. So we have to submit timesheets tomorrow, Jamie?
By Wednesday.
By Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was Tuesday. I'm crazy. Sorry. I don't know why I connected with the business account too. Weird.
Faith is asking about the hours for the training, so your hours match on the timesheets?
That is what I'm gonna call her. Yeah.
And so we had agreed on 9 to 4 for Friday, and then if the three of you will agree on Thursday.
Okay, so Friday will be 9 to 4, and Thursday, I don't know. Just we gotta talk about what time we leave here and what time we're gonna get to Valencia, so we can meet David too. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna just talk to Faith after this, and I will email you or call you or something.
Fantastic.
Faith posted a suggestion of noon to 4 on Thursday.
Oh yeah, noon is a perfect time. I mean, we made it at 10 there, so we are pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, so noon to 4 on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. And then and so I'll go ahead and send these times out to David in the morning, just in case you guys decide to make any changes between now
Can
and
you tell me something like what we're gonna record? We already have a program, but we're gonna talk about it. I'm pretty lost. I'm sorry if you talk about it in the beginning of the meeting, but I don't know. Do we have somebody's gonna do something, or
as far as what you're gonna record is David's normal presentation that
okay?
he did at like the CNM Central Regional Training. I saw him do it down at Roswell. I think he did it up in Taos. And record that basic training. Then we're going to use that to cut up and edit to create our training within Google Classroom.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
And the editing software is new ground for me. The audio software is new ground for me. Google Classroom is new ground for me. So it is very much going to be a learning experience. I'm trying to get my bearings with those programs the best I can right now.
What is the name of that again? New ground. What did you call it?
The Google Classroom?
Yes.
Yeah, Google Classroom.
No. Before that, you're saying the program.
Oh, Adobe Premiere. And
how did you get those programs, Cash? How did you get those names?
UNM Valencia, the IT guy.
Okay.
Suggested them, and we'll have access to those things. That's part of why we need to be down there, is because they have these massive computers and all of the software. They're the hardware and the software.
Okay.
I am planning, Faith. I am planning to put it in the Google Classroom once it's all edited and build it into there. I haven't had a lot of experience with it either, so we're a smart group. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm not afraid. We just gotta put more time taking the trainings, and I think we will be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's really good videos just within YouTube and on the Adobe sites themselves as far as how to use the software. The ones I've watched have been great, and then Google has all kinds of videos about Google Classroom, so we have lots of resources.
So how do you get the trainings for Google Classrooms? Are there, like you look YouTube or something, or the same classroom have some tutorial videos that you can check?
It has tutorial videos.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm just planning on uploading the shortened videos directly to Google Classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And to share that link there. And
Yeah.
yeah, and for what I've seen, it doesn't look that difficult. I mean, in general, it doesn't seem like Google software is difficult. It all seems pretty user-friendly.
Awesome.
The Adobe seems pretty user-friendly too. I've used other Adobe programs, and it seems like a similar user interface, if anybody is familiar with anything Adobe.
Adobe Design is hard. I've been trying Adobe Design to make logos and stuff.
Like and it is a similar user interface to that.
Yeah, it's pretty hard though. I changed to CorelDRAW. I don't know if you know that program, but that program way easier. And but I don't know Adobe for education. No, I haven't tried it yet.
And we can ask the IT guys down at UNM Valencia. I don't know how much time they'll have to work with us, but they can provide us some level of support if we get stuck.
Okay.
And they may not have unlimited time while you're here, but we can always make appointments and utilize that support. So that's really what their job is. And they're great, and they like doing new stuff. So even if we find that we're getting stuck on Google, I had to do that the other day. I was getting very frustrated trying to set up our www website so that it went www.nmdelt.org and actually went where it was supposed to go. And I was running around all over campus trying to find somebody who had managed a domain and knew how to do that. Unfortunately, they weren't much help with that. But they were willing to come over and help me figure it out if I needed that.
Oh, but how do you buy the domain? Through Google?
I did. I bought
GoDaddy. GoDaddy is another program that you get really cheap domains. I got my domain for the business. The name is GoDaddy.
GoDaddy. And actually it's GoDaddy is the DNS, so it is the name server, but it's through Google. So I still only paid $12 for the domain.
Yeah. For 2 years or something. I got a good deal on that. For my business, actually. I've been there. It was hard to understand, but then it's pretty easy.
So yeah, I just want to make sure that I have the domain set up effectively before we get too many people in there. So I have a few teachers that are playing around with it and setting up classes and adding documents to Google Drive. I don't have any students actually using it yet. Suddenly everything went quiet. Is anybody there?
I'm still here. I'm listening.
Oh, okay.
I had just muted myself. I'm here.
I got a little worried. Oh, thank you, Faith. And Faith, if you guys want to get here earlier to do some setup and playing around before David arrives, that'll be great.